Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to play, well, nothing, because I'm a little busy right now, as you can probably see. Well, I decided to try my hand at vlogs. At least that's what I think the kids are calling it nowadays. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Video logs, whatever. So, why am I doing this? Well, there's a few reasons. One, I wanted to sort of get out there and respond to some people that have commented on my weight loss over the last, I don't know, few months. People have been coming up to me and saying, hey, you've been losing weight. Good job, you know. So some of you asked, well, how am I doing it? How am I losing all this weight? So I wanted to, well, give back a little bit to my fans, share some of my advice, share what worked for me, what didn't work for me, and hopefully this will help someone who might be in a similar situation as me. So a few disclaimers to get out of the way before we begin. As you have probably noticed, I am struggling to catch my breath. My sentences may not be coherent. They will be a jumble. I apologize. But no pain, no gain, right? Another thing to note, I am not a fitness expert, none whatsoever. What I say is what worked for me. You should always consult with a doctor before you try anything new, especially in terms of exercises or yoga, stuff like that. Always check with your doctor first. Everyone's body chemistry is different. So, what may be okay for one person may not be okay for somebody else. So, first thing. Second thing, losing weight takes a lot of patience. Lots and lots of patience and hard work. So, if you start dieting and exercising and you don't see any results, don't feel bad. I went through the same problem. I had my ups and downs, and it took me 4 to 5 years to lose the weight that I lost. And as far as my stats go, I started at 220. My face was out to here. I looked like the Kool-Aid man. And now I'm at 180. So I lost about 40 pounds. And I still have like 20 or 30 to go, according to my BMI chart. The BMI chart is just a general all-purpose tool to give you an idea as to whether or not where you stand in regards to your height and your weight, and whether or not you're considered obese or underweight, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm shooting for 150 myself. I think my BMI says like 130 or 140, but I don't want to look like a skeleton either. But, you know, 150 compared to 220, I'll take that. My real goal is to get into a size 30, honestly. Something I was wearing in high school. Now, well, 5 years ago, I was wearing a size 42. So now I'm down to a 36. So I've got 34s, I got 32s, now I've got 30s, you know, and then I can conquer that. We're getting there. So, why did I decide to lose weight? Good question. It started, again, about 5 years ago, 4 years ago, don't remember. But I was so, like, well, I don't want to say overweight, but again, I was 220 at the time. I would wake up in the middle of the night, choking on my own bile, gasping for breath, and I couldn't figure out why. I'm like, what's wrong with me? And my heart was like, or my chest area was burning. I didn't understand, and you know, I was completely naive at the time. You know, I guess all of those foods that I was able to eat as a teenager, you know, being 34 now, you have to cut all that crap out. But I didn't know that. I kept doing what I was doing. Well, I said enough is enough. I decided to try and be healthier. Well, so at my workplace's gym, I got a physical trainer. He was, putting me through exercises. And the weird thing is, after a few months of that, I wasn't losing any weight. And I couldn't figure out why. My trainer was like, I guess he wasn't exactly a good trainer, now was he, for saying that. But I eventually learned that my diet sucked still. You could exercise all you want, but if your diet is poor, you're not going to see any progress, because you're eating everything that you're burning off, and you're not going to make any headway. You might see little muscles bulging out, but if you're really overweight, all of that muscle is going to sit behind mounds of fat. So it won't look like you're making any progress. So at that point, I was like, so I gave up. I was like, screw this. Again, woke up middle of the night, choking, couldn't breathe. So I was like, okay, something's got to be wrong with me. Started pumping Prilosec, anti-acid tablets, Tums on a regular basis. And again, naive. I was just trying to get through that day, not realizing that medicine like that is only a temporary measure, not meant to solve any problems. Well, so I did some research on dieting, and that's what that's where I learned a little something called portion control. Yes, portion control. It sucks. It so sucks, especially when you consider the average American and how much they eat. Go to a fast food restaurant, go anywhere, and these plates that they serve you are sometimes gigantuan. Like, go to the Olive Garden. I'm not calling these restaurants out, but if you go to a fancy restaurant or whatever, typical family restaurant, the plates are usually pretty big. And people don't realize that those are like 3 or 4 portions and not one. And that's bad. So I had to learn a little bit about portions and portion control. What you think you know about portion control, just in your head, think about what the average portion is. Just think about it. Now, realistically, if you cut that in half and cut that in half again, that's your actual portion. That's what it should be. But again, I may be exaggerating a little bit, but realistically, that's what works. Not starving yourself. That's completely unhealthy. Depriving your body of the nutrients that it needs to keep going is equally as bad. And you'll get to the point where you'll starve yourself out so much that you'll binge eat, and because you can't take it anymore. There's a biological reaction to stay alive. So your body binge eats everything, all the nasty food, and you gain all this weight back. And your metabolism slowed down because you were starving yourself. So that's bad. Okay, the dog's barking. Apologies there, but busy family. Anyway, so portions control. I'm consulting my little checklist up here. Eating out. One way to assist yourself in losing weight: stop eating out. Don't go to McDonald's. Don't go to Wendy's. Don't go to Burger King. Don't eat Pizza Hut or any Italian restaurant. Look, go into your kitchen right now. I'll wait. Go into your kitchen, grab all the menus. What are they? On average, I bet you 9 out of 10 of them are Italian. Those are the only places that deliver, so, my numbers can't be too far off. The other 1/10 being Chinese food. Maybe Mandarin. But, okay. So, but what do Italian foods normally consist of? Pizza, fried chicken, cheese sticks, broccoli bites, all favorites of mine, don't get me wrong. Calzones, lasagna, stuffed shells, all bad carbs. Sure, they fill you up, but they're not the best carbs for you, not the best food for you. So, my advice number one, stop ordering out and stop going to fast food places. If you do have to eat out, go for the healthier stuff. What's the healthier stuff? Well, let's do a little math. Alright, let's say that you go to McDonald's and you get a Big Mac value meal that comes with fries and a drink. Now, you can look this up yourself online. There's, on these websites, there's a nutritional data section that'll let you see what these foods amount to in terms of calories and fat and sodium and all that. Well, I don't have it off the top of my head, but the average value meal sits around 800 calories, maybe more, if you decide to supersize it. If you get a double quarter pounder with cheese, as opposed to a regular quarter pounder. Or if you get dessert, that's an extra 200 calories. So, the average person's diet is based on a 2,000 calorie diet. I don't totally agree with that. Like I said in the beginning of this, everybody's body chemistry is different. Everyone has different levels of activity. Some people work in an office. Some people work construction. Some people move around all day. Others don't. So, some people will burn off more during the day than others, whether they're at rest or whether because they have extra activity that they're doing. So, let's just take mine. My resting calories, if I want to maintain my weight, is roughly 1,700 to 1,800 calories, roughly. If I want to lose weight, they recommend about a 400 to 500 calorie deficit, so that you're sitting around 1,200 to 1,300 calories. But again, you don't want to starve yourself, so make sure you're eating a minimum of, say, 1,200 calories or so. Okay, so in theory, you eat about 1,200 calories a day when you need 1,700 to go normally. That's a 500 calorie deficit. So per day that adds up and you start losing weight. That's great on paper. But if you go to McDonald's or Wendy's and you get that value meal, again, 800 to 1,200 calories. You've just eaten either 7/8 or all of your daily intake for that day. Slice of pizza, on average, 300 calories, on average. That's without pepperoni and whatever else comes on it that you like, extra cheese, okay? Let's say you have 4 slices of pizza. 300 times 4 is 1,200 calories. For someone trying to lose weight like me, that's trying to aim for 1,200 calories a day, that is my entire day's meal or consumption. Anything over that, and I jeopardize meeting my maintains calorie goal and going over that to where I would actually gain weight. So you have to think, what am I putting in my mouth? That's something I had to learn in terms of portion control. One other thing I'd like to point out, let's say you are eating, or you're trying to eat healthy. So you go to the grocery store with the mindset that you're not going to eat out. And you go as far as looking at the side of that box at the nutritional data, and you say, wow, 300 calories, no, 200 calories, wow, that's great. If I eat this, I'm going to lose a lot of weight. It's only 200 calories, so munch, munch, munch. Nope. Doesn't work that way. Some people are oblivious to the fact that right above it in small text is per serving. and then it says servings per box, 8. So eating the whole box is not 200 calories. It's 800 times how many, or 8 times 200. So 800 calories per serving, or I can't do math when I'm on the elliptical apparently. 200 calories, 8 servings, 8 times 200 is 1600. So you're looking at 1600 calories for the entire box, which in most cases is someone's daily intake. So you really have to watch those little hidden numbers on that nutritional data. So good for you if you're not going to eat out, eat fried food, eat pizza. But even when you're eating healthier foods, you still need to watch your portions. And like I said, most portions are like palm of your hand, you know, like really small. So what you think is a regular portion, if you go off that, you may end up overeating and actually, you know, either maintaining or gaining weight. So over the past 5 years, that's what I've had to contend with. And like I said, I am not an expert. I cheat. Oh Lord, do I cheat. Every now and again I'll have a burger, like if it's grilled on, you know, Memorial Day. I had a burger and fries and mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, everything I'm not supposed to have. But at the same time, cheat days are okay, so as long as you don't make it a habit, and so as long as you are consistent with your exercise routine and your regular diet. Alright, another thing, water. A lot of people, when they get their meals or whatever they get, they end up preferring a Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, Mountain Dew. Some people go with the 0-calorie crap. Let me give you a little truth. The only liquid you ever need is water. H2O. Anything else is just a filler with calories in it. And even those 0-calorie drinks have some sort of artificial sweetening or processed stuff in it that's not good for your body. So honestly, if you don't want to waste, you know, if you're trying to reach a certain calorie goal, don't waste that by drinking Coke and Pepsi, because that's 100 to 200 calories that you could have spent on something else. So the drink of choice here is water. What I do, some people can't take the taste of water. I take a very small amount of light cranberry juice. And again, you can tailor that to whatever flavor you prefer. Cranberry juice, by nature, is somewhat healthy. I'm not going to say to gross out my viewers why it's healthy, but it's healthy and it helps to regulate something. But I take a little bit of that, mix it in with the water so it's not strong at all, and I can barely taste the cranberry, but there's a taste. So that's like upping the drink to, say, 25 calories, maybe 50 calories, but it's better than the 200. And that's in my 32-ounce big cup that I have. So water over everything else. And drinking a lot of water is good for you. They recommend 64 ounces a day. So that's like 4 Aquafina bottles. I don't know what the sizes are. They come in different sizes, but 4 Aquafina bottles, or maybe even 6 if they're a smaller one. So aim for that. What else can I cover? Working out, okay. Something I'm doing right now. Dieting is okay. It'll only get you so far. I tried just dieting, and it took forever. And even in some cases when I cheated, I was actually getting back up in terms of weight. So, in theory, if you count calories and you're really good at it, you could, in theory, lose weight without exercising. But you can't ignore that exercise is good for you. If it's a little intimidating, I completely understand. When it comes to exercise, I am a total noob. That's newbie, for those of you that aren't into gaming. I don't really know how to do, like, I can't do a push-up to save my life. I weigh too much. My goal is to slim down first, and then work on building those muscles to look good. So far it's working. But for those of you that are just starting out, try cardio. Cardio is by far the easiest to do. You can walk. If you can do jumping jacks, okay, but jumping jacks can be a little strenuous on certain joints because you're jumping and you're landing and you can injure yourself. Yoga, same way. Make sure you have someone around that knows what they're doing, because certain stretches and moving your body a certain way can actually injure yourself. For those starting out, for those overweight, walking, or like on the elliptical, like I'm on right now. Let's show you real quick what I have. I can't flip it, okay. This is what I have. Horizon EX-59, okay? Got it for like a couple hundred, and I've been using it for the last 4 years. It served me pretty well. So the elliptical served me pretty well, okay? And I would recommend it for anyone with flat feet or someone that can't take a lot of pressure or high impact walking or running. I have flat feet, so the elliptical works for me because there's very little impact. And I apologize if my shirt looks disgusting now, but that's a sign that you're working out and you're burning off that fat. But anyway, so yeah, elliptical, treadmill if you have it. If you don't have any of these things, go outside, go on a walk. Another thing I like to do is walk the steps at work. Stair climbing is very good for you. It's very hard, I won't lie. Just walking up 3 flights of stairs will leave you winded. At least it did for me when I first started. Now I can go from my bottom floor up to the 33rd floor without stopping. And I'm panting a little. But over time, you can build that resistance and your heart muscles can take more. But when you're first starting out, what I would recommend doing, if you're an office guy like me, take 10 minutes, go up a flight of stairs, then go down a flight of stairs, then go up a flight of stairs, then go down a flight of stairs. Do that 5 times. Then take a 5-minute break. Then do it again. So you're giving your body, you know, a small taste of what it could do, but you're not like gonna be in sweat and everything else at the end of it, especially when you're in work clothes. It's disgusting. So going that approach works best, especially if you've never done it before. And it's a good way to get your workout in without having to try and find time when you get home from work. You have to make dinner for the kids, check homework, watch your shows, whatever. You've already done your workout. Granted, it's not as strenuous as this is, but at least it's something. You're moving your body, you're getting it active. So, diet, working out. Those 2 things are crucial to losing weight. And that is the only way, so far, that I've managed to lose weight. No special pills, no special gimmicks. I don't go out and buy whatever product that Quack Dr. Oz recommends that week. I don't do it. I do take a multivitamin because when you are dieting and when you're busy and you don't have time to plan your meals out, you will need, on occasion, you know, some way to get those minerals and vitamins into your system. Personally, I use the Mega Men multivitamin. You take 2 a day. There's different different brands. It's the GNC Mega Men Energy and Metabolism sub-brand, whatever you want to call it. But it works for me. It has some added stuff in there to increase your metabolism and energy levels. You take 2 a day. I take 1 a day, just because that vitamin is more potent than your average multivitamin, and it can play havoc with your stomach if you're eating on an empty stomach. So you could take like 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, or just take 1. In theory, if you're good with your food and you're getting all the protein and the carbs and the fat and all the vitamins and minerals you need, like if you're that good, then in theory you don't need a multivitamin. But in most cases, the average person like me does. Because let's admit it, I don't plan out my meals as well as I should. And I suspect that you don't either. Another thing that I've been doing is drinking protein shakes. Now again, moderation with those, because protein is pretty filling, but 1 protein shake every morning is enough to fill me up for a few hours so that I'm not just gorging by lunchtime. So in the morning, I'll have, say, 1 protein shake, or I'll do a bowl of cereal. Now, what should I eat when it comes to cereal? Not Count Dracula, not Lucky Charms, marshmallow, no, nothing with sugar in it. I used to eat Go Lean, but that stuff, let me tell you. Let's just say that if you eat Go Lean Crunch or whatever, you're not going to be you don't want to be around people for the rest of the day, because that cereal, it'll work your sphincter muscles like no one's business. You'll have to pass gas every 5 minutes. It's disgusting. I even wrote a letter or email to the folks at Go Lean with these concerns, and they replied back. There's something that they put in the cereal, some sort of fiber or whatever, that does that. It causes that effect. Over regular use, they say, you'll see it start to diminish, but I'm like, I can't wait that long. My sphincter muscles can't wait that long. I'm sorry if I'm grossing you out. But if this hasn't grossed you out by now, nothing will. So instead of Go Lean, I'll do a granola cereal high in protein. Yeah, I say that word a lot, protein. Eggs, preferably the whites, not the yellow stuff. Protein is probably the best food source for me. Chicken, I eat a crap ton of chicken. Meat like ground meat and beef has protein too, but chicken I think is slightly healthier. So I've been doing a lot of chicken. Salmon's good for you. Tuna's okay, but certain tunas have a high mercury count, which is actually bad for your body, and it's recommended that you only have 2 or 3 cans a week. But salmon has a lower mercury count, so you can safely eat that a bit more. I buy the pouches. So, just to recap my meals: breakfast, a protein shake, or a bowl of cereal with that granola. Lots of protein there. For lunch, if you can plan ahead, make yourself a chicken salad or something, great. When I say salad, I don't mean taco salad. I don't mean 1 shred of lettuce topped on 8 pounds of guacamole and sour cream and loads of cheese. No. Bad. That's not what I mean by salad. How people get away with calling that a salad is beyond me. Anyway, it gives me angina just thinking about it. Anyway, a salad. What I do for my salad: lettuce, spinach, a little bit of cheese, feta or cheddar, but make sure it's the low-fat kind. A little bit of croutons. Croutons can add up, so you want to watch that. No dressing. That's one thing I have to get off my chest right now. Every time I eat salad, if I go to Subway or a restaurant and I get a salad, they say, what dressing would you like? Not the question of, do you want dressing? No, that's assumed. What dressing do you want? I say none. They look at me as if I just announced my intention to run for the presidency. So yeah, I guess I'm not normal, but I don't believe in putting dressing on a salad. That's like getting a Big Mac, fries, and a Diet Coke because, oh, the Diet Coke, I'm eating healthy. Pfft, okay, no, no dressing. Where was I? Lunch. If you can make yourself a salad, go for it. But again, make sure it's a healthy salad, not salad. Soup. I do light Campbell's soup. I prefer the thick broths, chicken and dumplings, stuff like that. And on the side there, it's like 100 calories a serving, and there's 2 servings in a can. So 200 calories for lunch, not bad. And that's an entire can of light soup. Not the chunky ones. The chunky ones are like 400 for the entire can. Get the light stuff. And if you can't stand the flavor, put some pepper in it. Not salt, but pepper. Supposedly, spicy foods and spice in general will help get your metabolism going and stuff like that. I don't know if it's true. Again, I'm not an expert. But pepper does help with the taste, and I like it. Dinner. This is where I'm having a problem, because by the time I get home from work, I don't feel like eating healthy. And when someone orders, say, pizza or whatever, I'm like, yeah, I might as well. I'm hungry. It takes a lot of willpower to say no to the foods that you've been eating all this time and have been making you blow up like a balloon. So for dinner, if I'm thinking about it, I do grilled chicken. Again, a lot of chicken, no fried chicken. Grilled chicken, steamed broccoli, cauliflower, a lot of chicken, more chicken. Oh God, so much chicken. Yeah, chicken. I need more recipes, obviously. But I buy chicken by the bulk, just grilled chicken breasts, and they're only about 100 calories each. So 2 chicken breasts with a side of broccoli, steamed broccoli, maybe some brown rice. White rice is a little more calories, but the brown rice has a little bit more fiber in it. So brown rice if you can. A little white rice isn't bad for you. So as long as you don't top it off with soy sauce or something. And boom, 500, 600 calorie meal. Again, watch those portions. Don't make the entire bag of rice and put it on your plate. You have to look at the bag and see how many servings are in that bag, and then ration off a portion as best as you can. Dessert. This is what gets most people. If you're like me, you have a sweet tooth. Ice cream, cookies, chocolate chip, fudge. I want fudge so bad. Anyway, I've learned to eat yogurt. I never liked yogurt until I tried it one day. And I was surprised. I was like, wow, this actually tastes good. It was the blueberry low-fat Greek yogurt. And it was really good. The blueberry I prefer, strawberry and raspberry. I don't know why I have a thing for raspberry. But anyway, that is only 130 calories a cup. Compare that to ice cream. 3 scoops, even 2 scoops. That's what, let's be generous. 300, 400 calories, roughly. Maybe even more than that. If you get that Breyer's ice cream with the 8 chocolate flavored chips and caramel, swirl, fudge, marshmallow crap thing, sugar thing, you're looking at, I don't know, 500 calories. and then top that off with whatever toppings you put on it. That is like more calories than the meal that you just had for dinner. So, that cup of yogurt, low-fat Greek, and what I do is I put granola in it. Regular granola, protein, whatever. Put it in there, it's like 200 calories. You gotta be careful with granola. It does add up in calories if you have a lot of it. It's like 220 calories or 200 calories per serving, but you're not putting an entire serving into one little yogurt cup. So realistically, it's like 70 calories or so. So 200 calories compared to 600, I think you went out. So the next time you go to get a snack, cookies, Oreo cookies, check to see how many calories those things are. A lot. Go with the yogurt. I'm telling you. That way you can satisfy your sweet tooth without driving yourself crazy. So, there's that. Well, did I cover everything? I'm looking at my sticky note. In case I didn't mention it, the reason I'm doing this, I want to try out this whole vlog thing. That's what the kids are calling it now, right? Vlogs. And this gives me something to do. I normally watch movies on my phone. That's another thing that you may run into when you're working out. I, as an intellectual, get bored working out. I might be able to do it for a day or two, but then I get bored and I get tired of it and I quit midway because I'm so bored. I need something to do to keep my mind occupied. Well, this vlog is one way of doing that. I'm already at 38 minutes, 50 seconds, 3.34 miles, 412 calories. Not bad. Another thing that you could do, if you have a phone, iPhone, whatever, you can watch Netflix, find a series with 40-minute episodes, 45-minute episodes. One episode will last your entire workout. If you watch a sitcom that lasts only 20 minutes an episode, watch 2 of them. There's your 40 minutes. So that'll help. Music is also a very nice energizer. It'll get you going. You know, like Rocky Balboa music, Eye of the Tiger kind of thing. But make sure you switch it up. Because if you listen to Eye of the Tiger every time you exercise, you'll get tired of it. Trust me, I tried. So make sure you switch it up and you have a wide variety of music to choose from. So, yeah, I guess the reason I wanted to record this for the benefit of those who want to lose weight, that are gamers like myself, that don't know how to do it. And again, I lost 40 pounds by doing what I'm doing. It may not work for you, but I can safely vouch that 90 to 95% of the time, if you follow a proper diet and you exercise, say 4 to 5 days a week, 30 to 45 minutes a day, you'll start to see results without taking pills. And if you do succeed, don't become that person that every time they eat or cheat, eat something they shouldn't or cheat, don't become that person that goes, I hate myself. I'm so fat. I hear that. There's a few people I know that do that. They look better than I do, and they are so hard on themselves when they cheat. On one hand, that's commendable. They've trained themselves to feel that guilty for eating something they shouldn't. Just to put your mind at ease, when you do start eating healthy over a long period of time, and you go back to snack food or bad food, you actually become physically ill. At least I did when I didn't have ice cream for 6 months and then had it. My stomach was like, yeah. But don't beat yourself up. It takes a lot of work and dedication to do what I'm doing right now. And I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I guess I am. It takes a lot of work and hard dedication to follow a proper diet and to see it through and to get your body moving. So you should be proud to get to where you are when you do get there, and not to beat yourself up when you do cheat. Let's face it, we're not perfect. We're only human. We're gonna cheat. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna miss something in our daily routine. Again, that's okay. So as long as it's not a habit, and so as long as you don't let it consume you and control your life, you know. So I say a cheat meal every now and again is good for you. Otherwise, you'll have some really nasty cravings. When you jump out of a moving vehicle, when you're passing a bakery, yeah, that's a craving. So, I guess, where am I at now? 43 minutes. So I guess we'll end here. Final thoughts. Eat healthy. Eat responsibly. Yeah, 1, 2, yeah. Get active. Do your homework. Drink water. Stay motivated. I'm pulling these out of my, you know what, in case you couldn't tell. And I think that's it. That worked for me. If you guys enjoyed this vlog, and you want me to talk about something, whether it be this topic, or something else, something game related, something that's happening in the real world, leave comments, let me know, and I'll be happy to do it. It'll give me something to do while I'm working out, and maybe my thoughts might open up something up here inside your head, and open you up to possibilities that you may not have considered otherwise. Or you could just disagree with me altogether and tell me I'm full of crap. That's okay too. I'm a big boy, I can take it. So, with that said, this is Vince, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.